Hey guys, sorry. What a way to start out a live. Pop up from the bottom, hey. Sorry, I dropped some of my paints right before I pushed play and then I was like, story of my life. Anyway, how are we? How we doing? It's been a while since I've been live on my page and I feel bad that it's been so long. I'm sorry. I have had a really crazy few weeks. And I'm excited to paint, to take a minute and just kind of chill and relax and just paint what I'm feeling. And that's a really special thing to be able to do. So say hi. Hey Elena, hi Barb, how are you guys? So I just came live off the Redesign with Prima page. I'm working on a painting and I wanted to come on here with all of you and and continue it. So I will talk a little bit and I may not talk a lot. So if you get bored, I'm sorry, like you could check in later or not. That's up to you. If you want to hang out, that's great. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them as we go. And let's just paint and kind of have fun and relax for a minute before the week gets super crazy. Unless some of you probably already have a crazy week. Hi, Christine. Hey, Amanda. My sister Jen. I finally got to see her after been so long for like 5 minutes, but I'm so glad. Hey, Brooke. Oh, will you send me another message? And did you send it to my business page? Because if not, send me another message and I will check it today. Hey, Karina. Hi, Shirley. Okay. Hey, Maria. So what I've been doing is working on this. This is called She's a Wildflower. It's from the saying, in a field of roses, she's a wildflower. And I kind of really honestly believe everyone is. Everyone has their own special and unique things about them. And that's what makes each of us so beautiful. And wouldn't it be super boring if we're all the same? Wah, wah. Super boring. I have a very organized color palette here. As you can see, this is an idea of how my brain works on the regular, in case you were wondering. And I'm just gonna add some color in and paint here. I probably was thinking I should add some Wysol metallics in this too. So let me grab them. I left them in my little, let's add some rose gold. I'm feeling like that would be beautiful. And maybe a little copper. So let's do that. I think that will be nice. And we will start making this come to life the best that we can, I guess, right? Thanks, Brooke. It's good to say, thanks for saying hi. Okay, so I'm gonna divide this up and give some organization. I've got some warm tones here. We've got purples, reds, oranges, and tans. And then on this palette here, I'm gonna divide up and add some blues. So these are the Impasto paints. They're from Art Alchemy, Redesign with Prima. These are an acrylic paint, and they are great for painting canvas or wood. I do like using Wysol Chalk Synthesis paint often when I am doing paintings, but I like using the acrylic paint when I'm adding a lot of layering because I can add it really thick and it won't crackle and no air will escape. So both have their use in different circumstances, but for this one I'm going to be using the acrylics because I want to get some texture dimension. There's a little bit of Dusty Rose. This is kind of a pink purple color. It's really pretty, but to me that's a cool tone. Oh, I haven't even opened that yet. What? Let's open it, guys. Let's see what we think. Hey, Kimmy Kim Kim. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I like that a lot. That's pretty. It's kind of like a dust. It says Dusty Rose, but it's kind of like a lavender a little bit. And let's add a little bit of this purple because I'm liking that. All right. Okay, so here's a cool color palette. If you are a clean, organized person, don't look at my other plate. You won't like it. Where did my paper towels go? There they are. Okay. I'm just gonna add some more color into her hair. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do on the face and body. I don't know if I'm just gonna leave it and retrace it with one simple kind of black line and keep it super simple, or add some color into her face. If I do, it will be just very pale peachy pink tones, so it just stands out a little more from the background. I don't know, what do you guys think I should do? Right now I'm just gonna add some more color in her hair. All right, so let's take a little bit of this. This is gonna be like my white and this is gonna be my black. Well, maybe a mix of those two, okay? Kind of give you an idea of, ooh, that's bright. Now these are pretty thick. I mean, you see they're pretty thick. And so I can leave it thick and add lots of texture, or I can add a little bit of water and thin it down. Typically I'll add a little water, and then as I go, if I'm really liking the color and I want more of it to show, then I will add, make it thicker. So let's get some blues in here. I like the blues because it adds a little more coolness into her hair. I feel like when you have so many neutrals, those peachy pink tones, then you get some blues. Especially a bright one like this, it kind of helps to break it up too. Ooh, we got some dark blue in there. That's fancy. Not too much. That is pretty bright, so. And then you can see I've applied the transfers up here. I'm just gonna bring a couple hairs kind of over, but I don't want to cover them up too much, so. And I want it to kind of appear as though the flowers are, you know, her hair is kind of becoming these flowers. And I'm working on top of dry. I usually kind of continuously go, so it's just slowly dries, but I had to add the transfers and it has to be dry for that. Thanks, Brent. I wish I had some jazzy music like you play when we do a live. You just have to imagine it. You guys can turn on your own jazzy music. Then it's kind of whatever you're into. I mean, if you like hard rock, Metallica, if you're more of an R&B jazz person, country, whatever suits your fancy, then you guys might enjoy it better. I won't make you listen to a certain type. Okay. Oh, I kind of like those purple tones too. I think that's pretty. So I like to add just whatever colors I'm feeling, and then I'll go back and I'll start to add more, maybe a little bit more muted tones over top until I get the feeling I want. Like I'm really loving these in here. So I'll probably keep adding these, and then I'll slowly start to take these colors over top. It's gonna create a lot of dimension too. I think that will be really nice. Add some of this, let's add some of this bright blue, and I'm gonna steal some black from over here. Hi Kat, how's it going? All right, let's get a little wet here. Okay, let's bring some of this down. Ooh, that's bright. Ooh, I like it. That's pretty. This is kind of like a florally bun thing she's got going on. We'll just keep working on it until it turns into a bun. And we've got some dark base. You can see I'm not even gonna touch that anymore because I want this to highlight and this to be darker so you can tell that her hair is pulled back, and then it's gonna give you some dimension there. Should we add some metallics? I feel like we need to add some metallics in here, guys. And the metallics are super beautiful. They're gonna layer just fine, but another cool thing is that I can mix them if I want to. You like the blues? I like the blues too. I think it adds a little bit of emotion to it. Okay, so we've got, wait, which one is this? Okay, this is the rose gold. That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say the wrong one. The copper is a little more bold and a little more dark than the rose gold. So I'm gonna just take a big dollop here. And I'm actually gonna take my rose gold and I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of this blue to thicken it. Only a small section, the rest I'll leave. This is just gonna give it a little bit of shimmer. Ooh, I think it's gonna be pretty. That's really pretty actually. Okay. And we'll just leave it kind of thick. Metallic's gonna work like my water, and it's going to actually, there's some hairs here, so we'll, ooh, I like that. We're just gonna highlight a little bit of her hair. Kind of do some smaller strands so it makes it look like it has a little bit of curl to it. And probably there's a hair that comes about like this, okay. And this is starting to mix with just straight up copper. It's so quiet. We just went down to Lake Powell and I had all my boys. Well, obviously I had my boys, but it was not a quiet trip, and I feel like it's eerily quiet right now. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Thank you. This is fun for me to do something a little bit different. Take a minute and paint. Sorry, I didn't want to cover that much of my flower up. Paint right from the heart. That cold black thing keeps thumping. Let's add a little bit of this rose gold. Ooh, I like that. Add just a little bit over here to highlight some of these flowy strands. Here. And yes, you can use lots of different brushes and you can use different techniques, but you can also use one brush and create really cool things. But I wouldn't want to paint a whole dresser with this little itty bitty brush. That would be awful. Okay, let's add a little bit more over here. Oh, I feel like she needs a little bit of this actually in her little bun. We'll just give her some more movement here. Oh yeah. Can you guys see that? Can you see the rose gold? Let's see. Oh yeah, see? Kind of catching her hair. Just like if you had highlights in the sun or the sun glistens in your hair. I kind of like that. I feel like maybe her bun needs to be bigger though. Like it looks a little small. Maybe we'll try and we'll just slowly increase the size here. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know. Do you think I should add some coloring in her face? Or should I just leave it that dark outline and just have her hair have the color? And then, like I said, we'll have our little quote go somewhere in there. Yeah, she definitely needs her bun bigger for sure. It's a little itty bitty. She got a lot of hair. I mean, if she's growing wildflowers in her hair, she's got a lot of hair. Add color to the face. Yeah, even if I just add a little cheek color, maybe. I think you're right though. Okay, let's make her bun just a little bit bigger underneath. We're gonna add some dark colors here, and then we can build upon that shortly. Add some blues. This is gonna be like our shading anyways, so we'll just come in here and okay, there, I feel like that's a little bit better. Maybe come out this way a little bit. Ooh, we've got some blues going on in there. That's okay, I like it. We're just making happy little buns here. Happy little trees. But instead it's buns. Okay, I'm liking that. I like the colors in that. So let's let that sit a bit, and I can work on other areas, and then I can come back and I can add some more highlights into her bun, and then that's what's gonna give it that 3D effect and make it look bigger. But at least now we have a base size that's a little bit bigger. Bun head, I like it. I love it. Okay, let's see. Let's bring just a little bit of dark here, and I'm gonna mix. I've got my warmer palette. I do have some purple and red, and I'm just gonna mix these to kind of get a really pretty deep maroon, pitch black. Ooh, I like that. It's like a really deep black blood purple color. It's pretty. Ooh, that is intense. One thing I am gonna tell you guys, I think this is an important concept as far as art, no matter what type of art you're doing. If you're doing painting furniture and you're creating a layered effect, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of time and layering to create really good dimension, and to kind of get that effect where you trick the eye and people really go wow. And I see a lot of people that want to create furniture with dimension, and they throw a few colors on there, and they ask how to get the look or something. And the real truth is it just takes time and patience and continuous work. So this piece, a layered piece with the hair coming in, you have so many individual strands and so many colors. And so I'll sit here for hours and just add strand by strand into her hair. And then I'll start to add the lighter strands and really get lots of dimension and pop. And so right here, this, with her hair, just her hair, this is about an hour and a half of work, and we're just kind of getting started. So if you want to create something with a lot of dimension and you want to have people have that wow factor and people go, how'd you do that? then you need to add layers, and it takes time. Sometimes on furniture you might have to sand back and add more, or do really thin layers and get them wet and watered down, and then slowly go over that. So just keep that in mind, that all of the great things that you see or that you want to do take time. If it's not where you want it to be or you don't understand why it's working, just keep going with it, and it will get there. There'll be points in this where I'll think, oh, what am I doing? Like, I've just messed it up. But just keep going, and you're gonna create something really, really cool. I promise. That's just how it works. Okay? All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna keep painting her. I'm gonna add some bright colors in. I might add a little bit of color into the face too, and a little, maybe just some shading, like a watercolor look on her face in here. And then give her more texture in her hair, and maybe add a little flowers and then our quilt. So she's a wildflower in progress. Wish me luck. Stay tuned for the flip. I'll share it with you guys. Thanks for joining.